everybody. I'm sorry we're late. We had a little incident here right before we were ready to jump on. Something happened with our, I don't know, modem or internet or what is that, Jordan?
Power supply.
Power supply, that's it. So he booted it back up and then something else happened. He had to do it again, but now we're good and we're with you. And I'm so glad you're here. Let's see who all's here so far. We got Carol and Annalisa's here. And Dara, of course, Dara usually first. And Rebecca Harp. And Andrea, so far we got. So that's pretty good. I just, when I do a live, it's nice if I have a few people to bounce off. So it's, it's good that so many show up or they come and go or whatever. But we will not be having a lot of lives after this one for a while. I'm not saying never again, just for a while. We might have one next week, but after that, we're going to go to produce video because we think that's a way to get more people to watch them. They're too long, and people are telling me there's too much chatting, and they don't like it, and you don't see those comments. They either come to me privately or I take them off right away. Some people aren't real nice about it, so it's like, but yeah, they have a point, so we're gonna fix that up. So we'll still have videos and stuff, and we're definitely gonna have a lot of shorts. Have you guys been seeing those reels Lauren's been making? There. Oh, keep looking at myself over. You're there. Hi. I keep looking at. I got my iPad over here so I can see what you're saying, but I keep looking at myself in there, and it's like that ain't it. We don't want to do that. So anyway, let's see till you get it straight. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, yeah, we're good. So anyway, we're here, and we are going to finish the panel cuff today. So let's see. Here's Colleen and Debbie Nicolaus. Oh, my hair looks lovely. Well, let me tell you about that. I will tell you about that real quick, and then we'll get going because I don't want people to leave. But anyway, that stuff they advertise on Facebook? Have you seen it? Where it will make your hair go in ringlets and curls and stuff like that. Well, I've been looking at it for a long time, and it says it works on really coily hair or really curly hair, like Lauren has really curly hair, or it works on just like wavy stuff like this. I keep looking at myself.
Kinky.
Just, well, if
Like
I use a lot of mousse in it and
waves.
scrunch it when it dries, it'll be frizzy. It'll look like, she has some curl in her hair, but it isn't what you want. It's not what you believe me. So anyway, I tried it one time, and it did not do any clumps of curls. Let me tell you what. Maybe I just don't have enough, curl in my hair. I have a good bit, though. Good bit. They said it would work on less than even what I had. I could maybe not be doing something right, but I don't think so. But anyway, so the first time I did it, I'm like, no, well, whatever. I'll blow it out and I'll, use my curling wand. And it came out like this, which is nice and froofy. So this morning, I said, I'll give it another shot. I have time. So I did, and it came out like that again. So I just blew it out, and now I got this. And you know what? It kind of reminds me a little bit of like if I got a body perm or something. A little bit, But, yeah.
So you're not crazy about
I'm not going to buy it again. And not only that, I found out there are a lot of other products that cost way less that will do what they say they do. Or, make the same claim. So, even if I was to try it again, I don't think I would buy that product. But anyways, too bad, how sad. I guess in my heart I didn't really think it would work, but I hoped. Anyway, so let's see, is there anyone else? No, it's all the same. Oh, she says my hair is divine. Well, I don't know. Anyway, so I got my Apoxie Sculpt mixed up. Once again, I come out here and it's like 5 till, and it was not mixed, but then the internet went out, so I guess I got to do it. But anyhow, so what we're going to do is we are going to put the sides on. Guess.
We're going to paint.
This is what we did last week.
We're going to embellish.
Yeah. I did not pre-paint it. I was going to go in and paint the little tabs on the end and inside, but then I thought better of it. It would be better to get the stuff on, let it cure, then do it. I mean, you don't really have to see how to do it. I use those brushes like this
The little cheap foam brushes.
Yeah, I cut this one down because it was real wide, but yeah, I just put my paint on, and I can get my ends here and get my ends here and inside. And you're usually going to have to do, if you use one of these, you're going to have to do maybe 3 coats to get all the streaks out. But then if you used a brush, I think you'd have the same problem.
And you said last week that you do a primer first, right?
Yeah, you don't have to though. I mean, if you want to, it's not a bad idea to spray it inside with matte white. If you have, it bleeds over onto the back, that doesn't matter because you're going to paint it. But I would suggest if you're going to do that, take a bunch of cuffs outside or wherever it is that you have ventilation and do that before you do anything to it. I wouldn't try to spray paint anything like this that you have to get in there, like you have to really get in there and stuff. Or I've got stuff right here and then I'm going to do this part. Well, I could get, overspraying on it. See, like, for example, this one. See? That's got the paint on it. I was remembering, how did I do that? And I said, you know what, I did that after the fact. Which you can, so no big deal. Now, one thing I did do on this that I don't know if I will do on this one because I kind of want it to be white, but I don't know, I might. I've got my perfect pearls here. I put, this isn't paint so much as it's perfect pearls here on top of the Apoxie Sculpt. Right here. And I did a little bit around them, here. Like I'm probably going to want to hide this extra or any place where maybe there's a little flub up, I'm going to want to probably hide that. So there are just a lot of ways to make that work. Also, another thing, like I come out here last night and I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and paint them, and there was residue on this. Probably from me working with Apoxie Sculpt and stuff, and there was residue in here, all over it really. So there's a little bit still in there. But anyhow, I said, I could probably just paint over that, but I don't know because I can't remember what that is. Maybe it's Apoxie Sculpt and maybe it isn't. So I thought, So I found something that really helped. Guys ever see this stuff, Goo Gone? This is a little bit gentler Goo Gone.
I was going to say, the usual one is like a goldy, yellowy color,
and this
isn't
is a gentler one because it's for your skin. Like to take bandages off. Like, for example, I don't know if they can see it. I wear this, I don't know if you can see it. It's probably got a nasty edge on it. Yeah, you can see it now. I wear that for my diabetes so it'll go off and scream at me if it goes high. Or if it goes too low, which it does that too. So I have to wear that, and I have to put like a clear plastic patch over the top of it. But what happens after you wear it for a few days, around the edges it gets kind of nasty, So then you need to get this stuff out, wipe it, and you can get that off. Well, it works really good for taking marks off of cuffs.
Because, the other stuff is more for like glue off like...
Yeah, I mean, this was all discolored inside, and I got it
wooden
looking
stuff,
pretty good.
like furniture or whatever.
Yeah, so anyway, that's just a little tip for today. So anyway, let's go ahead and put our sides on and see what happens. This is really pretty easy. So I'm going to take a little piece off because you're not going to need a whole lot. I mixed way too much. I usually do. But I took off maybe, then if you want to show the cuff, then more.
Yep.
I'm going to go from here to here. That's it.
Oh, okay, just that first little panel.
Yeah, don't do the back because you
That's
have
gonna
to
be
flex
the paint?
it. You have to flex it on and off,
You were saying that last time.
and it might crack. Because it's pretty stationary stuff. But you could, if you leave it off the last part on the back, like right here, where I painted it. If you leave it off of there, you'd be okay. Now, in the event that, say, you've been flexing it a lot and say your center stone starts to lift or these sides start to lift. I've had that happen on other cuffs because I've made a lot of them. This is just the one I kept. All you got to do is just lift it up a little bit, take a toothpick, and swab it with E6000, not heavy like globs. Just put it on there pretty good, and then push it down over. If you think that it won't do anything to your design, it shouldn't. You can take a little jewelry clamp and put there. And then when it cures, we'll pick that off on there. You'll never know you had a problem. It'll be fine. So there's a little fix it. So anyway, I'm gonna.
That might be enough for both sides.
It might be. I will soon know. So anyway, I'm putting it on, just trying to go with like the curve of the ball chain.
Mm-hmm.
Not too thick, not too thin. I want it to be thick enough that I can press things into it and stuff will stay, you know. But yeah. So of course I don't need it down here at the bottom. We don't need that. And we don't need it up here either. So just tear it off the edge. Okay, now you can see, we've got a good bit that might show through, like how this did. It doesn't hurt anything, but it's probably better if it's not like that. This one's not like that. You can see.
Yeah, it's clean.
But anyway, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to pat that down a little bit. I'm still seeing it on the other side, you know. A little bit it's not going to hurt it, but I just personally, I know it's possible not to have it show. I've done it that way before, and so I think it's just neater somehow. And be sure you get it pressed all the way over to the ball chain, but don't let it overlap the ball chain, because you'll be sorry. Once you get Apoxie Sculpt and ball chain, that's really annoying to deal with. You don't want that. So I'm just getting it pat down nice. And I'm going to do one side at a time because I think that's best. So I went over a little bit over the, like for example, here's the panel. It goes like this. I went over it just a little. That's not going to hurt anything, but I am going to push it back. And a little bit. It's a little bit deeper on this side. So maybe I could take a tiny bit off. That's what I like about it, you know, being a clay type thing, you can really, you know, mess with it. But, you know, the bad thing about Apoxie Sculpt is, as I've told you many times, it cures after, it starts curing after about an hour and 15 minutes. And then you can't really work it, which I don't like, but nothing to be done about it. You can't have it all be just right. So I'm trying to think what I can push it up against my tool here. Okay, that'll do it. Pretty much. And the thing is, you do want to get it covered here because it will show on this end. So you want to get it nice if you can. What I'll do is maybe bring that down over just a little bit, and that's going to have rhinestone chain on it anyway. So let's see what we got on the back. Well, it's pretty good. I got a little bit lapping over. I don't want that. But it'll do. It'll do for now. I'd wear it. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to start putting our rhinestone chain on. So you guys can help me decide, okay? I gotta fix this too. Oh well, I'll do it in a minute. Okay. I have this vintage stuff that's in black Japan metal and then crystals. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. I don't have this at the site. I never had any more than this piece. I don't know where I got it. Probably in a box of chain or something. I don't know. So I got that. And then I have more ball chain, of course, the fine one, but I don't think I want to use that. We already did that. And then I have this crystal AB chain, which I kind of like because it's fiery. Actually, these two together might be kind of cool.
I like the black for sure.
Yeah, but I think maybe
because it'll go with the striations
but
in
this,
the highlights.
I put I put Crystal AB with white a lot of time because I like how it comes out. So I may just go ahead and do this. So what do I do here now? So I need my cutters. Now, with these cutters, I won't cut it off until I'm done with it. So I'll just start with it like as it is. And I want to get in there to that crack.
Right up against the ball chain.
Right up against her.
But you want it flat so the crystals are going up.
Yeah, it could be a little fussy at first. You might, you know what? I said work with it on, but I'm not going to. I just realized that it would work better for me right now because the reason why is my hands are shaky. My hands are shaky.
You need me to hold it for you?
Yeah, hey, that would work. Thank you, Lauren.
Uh-huh.
If you don't have anybody to help you hold it, you can get that stuff that you can use for taking pictures. That sticky stuff. And put down on one end and hold it. Okay, now be careful you don't get it twisted and get Apoxie Sculpt in it. You will not like that. That is not a good look.
And make sure it doesn't go sideways.
And make sure it doesn't go sideways, yes. And don't worry about that shows because something else is going to go there. Just don't do it again. See, I got some Apoxie Sculpt in there with my ball chain. It's not in a bad place, but, that's just an example of how it is. Now, this is a little bit farther back than I'd like it to be. Let's see if I can get it up closer. But that's where Perfect Pearls comes into play because it covers a multitude of sins at the end. So I might, use some Perfect Pearls. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off. Thank you, Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to press it down. Okay. Yeah, I like it everywhere but
that little corner.
Yeah. It figures. Who would have thought it figures? That's an annoying song.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah. Did you like it?
It's alright.
Who would have thought it figures? It's ironic, don't you think? It's a little too ironic, but I really do think. Is it something like that? I can't remember. I never watched it too much.
I wasn't a huge fan
Never
of
listened
hers.
to her.
Sorry if any of you guys are. But yeah.
She was touring again. I saw that somewhere. But I probably will not go. Okay, sorry I'm yakking, guys, but I'm trying to get this to work out, and sometimes that's why with a produced video, we could take all the waiting to get done stuff out. You wouldn't have to watch it. See, I made it worse. And you can do that too, so don't be dismayed if you do. So long as the Apoxie Sculpt is wet, you can fix it. Okay, now I want to get this mashed, and I'm going to use the end of my little pointy tool here. See if I can get it. I don't do good at it. Yeah. There has a flat end, and I love it because I use it a lot. So just be careful when you do the flat end that you don't push it sideways because you won't like that look either. How do I know I've done it? A little too ironic. Yeah, I really do think. Like rain. Now see, I'm going to have that in my head all day.
George's
laughing. Oh, I got this thing on the end. That's not going to work. I've been listening to Joni Mitchell lately. Anybody like her? I always liked her, but I never paid a lot of attention because when I was younger and liked to sing, I couldn't do that. I just wasn't able to do it. She sings a word real fast, and then all of a sudden they go high, and then they go low, and it's almost like a jazz singer in a way. Anyway, yeah, I've been listening to her a lot. Anybody like Joni Mitchell? What's your favorite Joni Mitchell song? I bet you I know. You don't know her?
Maybe.
You would know the music if you heard
song,
it. You would absolutely. Oh, that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I know you guys are going to miss the lives, but I got to get new customers. Not that you are not customers, not that you're not important, but I got to do what's best for my business, and I know you'll understand that. And what we'll do is we'll have a live once in a while, okay? But there are too many people telling me they don't like this. So, you know, if it's like one cranky person, I might not, you know, but it's like a lot of cranky people. I don't like this. So we have to make some changes. So I'm sorry. So nobody has a favorite Joni Mitchell. Does anybody know who she is? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, so I got 2 rows in there. See? Okay, so that's good. Now, I want to get them on here too. So now this will be a little tricky. So I'm going to take this and put it on here.
On the edge.
I'm sorry, guys. We just can't do all that anymore. I've got a plan, and we're going to have to go with it. Because I'm just overwhelmed. There's so much that we have to do with this. So I appreciate the suggestions, but I can't handle anymore. I know what I'm going to do. Pretty much know what I'm going to do. Right now, we're going to focus a lot on the reels that she's been doing. She does a fantastic job on them.
Maybe I'll show my face occasionally, and Brenda's on the reels, Debbie.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I'm being told too that I'm the face of the brand and I should be showing up more, not letting other people do the videos. So I don't know. So you know, when I heard all this stuff, I thought, eh. So I Googled it to check to see if it was right, and it is. So I got to do that. You know, there are a lot of people out there who have not found me yet. And I've got to find them because a lot of people don't even put comments on the video to help.
Just a quick chime in. Bisou is so interesting in what goes on around here. If people knew the antics, there's enough that goes on in this house to keep people entertained for a long time.
Yeah, that helps too. Dumb videos, but we'll see. We'll see. Just I don't get enough comments, which helps me boost my presence on YouTube, and that's because this is live. I would get them if it wasn't, because it's easier to put a comment on. You gotta wait till I get off, and this process is then you have to go back to the front of the video and do it. And I appreciate those who do, but I gotta do a little something extra because I love you. I love you so much that you've been so faithful and stayed with me so long, and you're great. But if this business is gonna survive, I have to make some changes. So Clouds is okay. She's okay. That's not my favorite one. Although I've known that since, Big Yellow Taxi. I was going to say that's going to be everybody's big, you know it. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Maybe.
And it's a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Oh, don't you know? Yeah. I don't know it either. That one I don't know.
Actually, Simpson didn't know it either.
Oh, was that the one she goofed up on?
No, but might as well have been.
So as you can see, I'm putting my little embellishments in. Maybe you can't see because I'm talking about something else, which is what I need to avoid. Okay, so I'm putting my little embellishments in. And you can put whatever you want, but it should be something small. Like, okay, this one's done so you could probably see it. See, on the side. So I like these little star type ones. I've been using them a little bit more lately, and I like how they look. So I'm going to get like 5 pieces on here at this size. I'm going to try to get them in as straight a line as I can, but the line curves, so it might throw things. It'll be okay. Like I said, we'll use perfect pearls on the end, and it'll all be good. Yeah, see, Annalise concurs. people, when they tune in, I know myself, if I'm going to go watch somebody else's technique, I want to learn the technique. I don't want to chat with them. I mean, I'm sure they're lovely people and all that, but I came to see what they're doing. And I never complained to anybody, "Oh, why would I do that?" I mean, that's so rude, and I just don't. I mean, people do it to me, I know how it feels, so I would never do it to someone else. But I do fast forward a lot. I fast forward back and forth, and I do pay attention at the beginning. How long is this video? And if it's over 15 minutes, I'm not likely to look at it. That's me, the queen of the big, long videos, you know. So something got to change. So we'll hope that you will like it as much. And then what we'll do is maybe once a month we'll do a live. So we'll tell you when, and you just have to plan for it. And of course, if you can't make it, you can always see it later. So the majority of the people at the creative group on Facebook, came from YouTube. And they came at a time, I know when they came. I know how long people have been here. And been with me, I should say. And most of them came at a time when we were doing produced videos. They were still a little long, but they were all produced videos. So I think we have to go back to that. I don't think I'm going to find out I'm wrong. You know, sometimes you have to make changes, you don't like the changes. One of the changes I'm going to have to make now are very difficult. I'm going to have to get a new website. That is, have you guys ever made a standalone website? I've done it. I haven't done it myself, but I've gone through the process 7 times now. It's fun in a way, but it's hard work, and there's a lot of trial and error stuff. So, you know, we got to do that because, as you know, what we have is subpar, to say the least. So I think that maybe we could use another little row of rhinestone chain in here, so I'm going to put it in. So I'm going to have like 3 there. And then when I'm done, I'll hold it up so you can see, okay? Here we go. So you do watercolors, Annalise. She's such a watercolor, big channel. I wish I had time for that. I love that stuff. I used to love to paint. You're good at it. You guys are good at it.
Not as good as Mom.
Yeah, she's really good.
And Dad is pretty good too. He has his own style.
She sold a bunch of her paintings, your mom.
A few. She sold a few. Yeah, her and Dad have their own shop on Etsy.
They have their own Etsy.
Yeah, Dad has his own style. He tries to make all of his like with music titles. They fit
yeah, he would.
Yeah, they're very cool. Yeah. They're very cool.
Okay.
He uses stencils and things and traces, and yeah, he does all sorts of cool stuff.
Okay, so I'm putting this back on here and I'm cutting it off at the end because that's what's going to work here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push that down in, and I think I can use my fingers and make it work rather than take the the end.
The needle.
The needle point. See, okay. Yeah. There. Yeah. Painting would be an anxiety. It would take care of some anxiety.
Yeah, that's what we like to do. We actually got started doing it during the pandemic because we didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah. So can you see how this is coming? I don't know if you can because those things are kind of light. But
I'll try it here.
Pretty much the same as this. Yeah, get up closer.
There we go.
Yeah. And then when I'm done doing both sides, I am going to hit it with a little bit of perfect pearl. So I'm just not sure what color, but the reflection will kind of deflect. The reflection will deflect away some of the minor flaws. Like for example, the mica powders in makeup, especially made for women that are middle-aged and more, almost always have mica powders in them. Why is that? It's because it deflects away and you don't see. the little things. So that's why. So anyway, I'm gonna do the other side now. So we're getting there. See, this is already starting to set up. But that's because it was a little piece. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till I smile. This is the one I like. It goes, help me, I think I'm falling in love again. Got me thinking about my future and worrying about the past. I always get that wrong. Because I've seen some hot, hot blazes go down to smoke and ash. And we love our love thing, not like we love our freedom. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Then it goes, help me, I think I'm falling in love again. Are you gonna let me go there by myself? I like that. Are you gonna let me go there by myself? That's just a lonely thing to do. Both of us flirting around, flirting and flirting, hurting too. But we love our love band, not like we love our freedom. It doesn't have a good ending, just keeps going. Anyway, I've been working on some of those. I sing them much better when I'm alone.
Colleen says she's going to take a bath in mica powder.
Yeah. Na, 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 da, na, 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 do, do, do. Are you gonna let me go there by myself?
Oh, Maria, you can use those at any point. Bisou just chose to use the white, but if you want your color to be red or blue,
I will be Wonder Woman. Who said that? Oh, Annalise.
you can just use the red or blue
at
epoxy.
what point do you use colored pixel?
The epoxy. She's
Let me look at this.
because you've
I'm
given
just
red
trying to
and blue
figure
in
out
the
where
kit.
the red and blue in it.
Because you gave them
Well,
all
one
the colors in the
yeah,
kit.
Yeah, what I'm doing now is white, but...
She just gave them to you as options, so you can
Yeah.
choose what color.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. When we... Yeah, you know, if you want a red cuff, use a red. I've made a lot of red jewelry. This has gotten off.
The
'cause
blue
I
is really
squeezed it
nice
so much.
for with denim.
Yeah.
But no, it's just for options for you to choose and make it how you want. You could even mix the red and blue and kind of get like a purplish color too, if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bisou had one that was red.
I'm gonna tear some of this excess off right now.
With the turquoise. I actually had it in my
Oh, you got
reel.
a picture? Can
Yeah, I
you show
had
it?
It was in my reel, yeah.
Yeah. See, that one's red.
Yeah, that one's
That's
red.
red epoxy sculpt.
And the one up top, is
Oh,
that
this is blue.
is that the blue?
Yeah.
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 And this one's blue too.
Yeah,
That middle-
and I find the ones that you buy from the manufacturer that already have the color in them are better because
there's red.
you can mix color into epoxy sculpt, but it takes a lot of doing to get it to look like anything.
So
it's
that's-
just washed out. you know?
No perfect pearls, no mica, no paint. That's just the red
That's-
epoxy.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's an idea for you.
There's an idea for you. And you've definitely
Hopefully that
got
helps.
enough. If you bought a kit, you've definitely got enough in your kit to
Oh, yeah.
do it. All right. Miss my singing, huh? If I could do it. I told Jordan we should do.
Maybe you'll get
do
her a
funny-
reel
Yeah,
with
we'll
singing.
do a funny song or something. He made some funny songs. Actually, I was going back through my sheet music and I found a funny song that I made in 1982. And I remember my mother hated it. But I don't know that it's good for here. So, you know, the funny songs are good, but if you don't hit it right, you could be the only person in the room that's laughing. The main thing is I got to get things going here. I've got to get people looking again. So I'm willing to do some simple things, but not too simple. I'm already simple all by myself. What about the mind when you apply that? Apply that. I'll show you. How about that, Maria? It's always better if I can show you than tell you. Because I'll tell you like 3 or 4 paragraphs when I could have just showed you. It would have been better. Not yet. That's when you do it. Not yet. So I'm just, scoring this so that I can take it off, like I did on the other side. Yeah, I see. I've got this one all wonky out of kilter from wearing it, pressing it open and shut. But it can be fixed. So it can be fixed. Okay. So see, I just, I followed the curve here, right? And then I came over to where the first bend, the bend is, and I want to get this nice and straight, and I don't believe I do. So if I put this on and it's not nice and straight, it will show and it will look dumb. So watch out for that. I got hair in my mouth. I hate that. That's the one thing about having longer hair that I really hate. It gets in my mouth. Hopefully not in my food. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, so what do you call that silver tool again?
I think it's just a needle.
We sell it.
Yeah,
It's in the polymer clay section, I think, or the tools section. We sell it. It's like $4 or $5. It's cheap. Pointy tool.
Clay needle tool. There's
Needle
14 of them.
Yeah, we have a few.
So look, I just put in the search box.
There you go.
Needle tool,
There it goes.
and it's the first thing that comes up.
See? If you have not used that search box, buddy, let me tell you, learning to use search boxes is
But
important. No
if
matter
you
where
want-
you shop, not even if you shop at Amazon, the search box is going to help
It's
you.
easier
a
for
lot.
you guys.
It's going to help you find what
Take a screenshot of this, and that's the SKU number. Tool 05115.
Oh, thank you, Lauren. See, this is why I can't do these by myself. I gotta have
Let's
somebody
take a
help with
screenshot of that. I write it down really fast, guys. But there's 14 of them.
Yeah. And they're how much? Oh,
Plain
$5.95. I lied. Well,
They're worth it.
everything's 10% off now, no minimum. So you get 59 cents off
They're
it.
multi-use tool.
Yeah.
So.
And then if you go to 50 and use the right code, you get 20% off. And if you go to 100 and use the right code, you'll get 25% off everything. There's no holds barred. Everything is okay. You can have it. Take it. Well, see, I'll have to clean this up again before I paint it because I've got, it's got all kind of smush on there from my fingers. Can't help it. Just how it is. Okay, so now I'm going to put my stuff on. And I started on the other side with black, so I will do it now. Your website is beautiful. I don't see anything wrong with it. Why do you need to change it?
No, you started with
Maria, it is beautiful.
Yeah, it's not the look of it.
Not one person has told me that
You started
it
with
looked
gold.
better. I started with the gold, did I? Oh, yes, I did. Thank you, Lauren. Maybe it was on the other side. Okay, so I need some more. Not one person has told me that it looks bad. I mean, I've had many experts look at it and say, that's good. We had a guy call from Google because he wanted to sell me Google advertising. But I took a meeting with him because I want to hear what he had to say. And I told him, we just don't get business there anymore. And so, I don't know. I said, maybe it's because we don't have enough inventory. I know I would have to increase the video. This is not the crystal one. I know I would have to increase inventory first. He says, yeah, you've got to have a little more inventory maybe. He says, but I don't, who did your website? It's beautiful. I said, my niece did it. But here's the problem. Maria, you want to know what's wrong with it? A lot.
It's technical internal things.
It's internal. It's because when Javi designed the website, you're welcome, Rebecca. When she designed the website, they gave her tools that had, design tools that had bugs in them. Thank you, Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
And they knew it. And they gave them to us to use anyway. So she used them. They worked really good while she was designing the site. Everything was great, looked great. We went ahead and published it. Now we have a new looking site. And within a few weeks, everything was going 404, which means you can't do anything. It might as well be offline. And to get that fixed, they had to recycle the app. We had to be there all the time so we could call them. It only took them about 10 minutes to get us a fix, but the thing is, if you can fix it once, why can't you fix it permanently? And they said, well, this bug is hard, and this and that. I said, well, thank you very much. And I can't sue them because we have a new no-sue thing in the contract. So, not that I would. It costs a lot of money to sue, too. Better just get off there and go do something else. So, and that's only one little thing, Maria. There are a lot more. Not to say that, okay, thanks, Lauren. Not to say that, with another website you would never have an issue, because there's not a website out there that you'll never have an issue. I know, because I've had 7. The one we had before this, there were issues sometimes. Yeah. So we need to go to maybe a Shopify or whatever. So what we're doing is a lot of the stuff we're putting on Etsy. Like when it comes in new, we might replace some of it. In fact, today Diane is replacing, I got this on the side. Diane is replacing some of the brass ox stock today. Blanks and all kinds of things. Don't worry about that line there. We're going to cover that. So, anyway, let's see, yeah. So I'm right in that crack, but here's the deal. When I made this little bezel thing, and I put the little snakes around it to make, they went out beyond the ball chain. So now I got to follow that line, and now it looks like it's not in there far enough. Like I missed it. It's just. It's in the making. So watch out for that when you make one, okay? Yeah, so right now we're moving a lot of stuff to Etsy. Our Etsy does okay. That's why we know it's not because people don't like our stuff. We know that. And we do get new customers there, which is good. We need new customers. A lot of the ones who've been with us for a long time, they got this stuff already. They don't need it. So.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that, Annalise. Good.
What'd she say?
She said that she's had no 404s any time.
Well,
on
we
her
haven't
side.
we haven't had them for a while. They've
Yeah.
been gone for a while. They did finally get it fixed, but we starting last October up till like Christmas time, it was constant. It was. I was in tears, and they couldn't fix it. One day, John and I want to get away a little bit. I got that on the side somewhat, but I'll have to compensate for it. We want to get away a little bit. So he said, look, I'm taking you shopping for a long time. We're going to go up to this other mall that's a little ways away from here, and they have a Boscov's, and you can go in there and you can buy whatever you want, and I'll get it for you. And I wow, that's kind of cool, So we did. We went up there. We had breakfast, and we went up there, and it was so fun. And then I checked my site, and here are 404s again. So I'm trying to contact them through my phone. They wanted passwords that I didn't have. I says, look me up in your log. I'm in there all the time. Oh, but we have to. So finally, someone was able to get in there. I think Jordan had to come home from whatever he was doing and get hold of him. And then they recycled the app, and it was fine. But it would have been down all day till we came home. So we couldn't, it was like we couldn't even go anywhere. So there was that and bad gateway message. And I know a number of people have told me that they never saw that, which I'm glad. You must have hit just the right time. But that's pretty much taken care of now. So I'm just pushing that down in because it has to go down into Apoxie Sculpt. Have you tried WordPress? No, I don't want to do WordPress. It's too much work. WordPress used to be the thing, but it takes too much design work. Shopify is more like, it's more easy. It's easier. Plus, the big deal about Shopify, they have YouTube shopping, they have TikTok shopping now, and you have to have like GoDaddy or Shopify or whatever to interface with it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. See, look at that. See, I didn't even try to, and I got some Apoxie Sculpt into it. No piece was sitting there, so I gotta get that out.
Yeah, you can totally leave it without color, Rebecca.
Yeah. I like the clean white of it, but because I've kind of dinged it up a little bit, I think
You might just have to smooth it out after you add all your
and you know what?
embellishments.
If you got a kit, you got this stuff.
So just take a tiny bit with your finger
Yeah,
or a
and
Q-tip.
this is made by the company, and it helps to smooth it out.
It'll smooth out all your little imprints or anything that you
Dings,
might have. Yeah.
whatever.
And then you can just leave it white.
Yep.
You want to hold it again? Are you good?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I think so.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it used to be Maria. A lot of people used WordPress, but you have to know more about web design. Not that Javi couldn't do it; she could, but there are better things now, you know. And they integrate with other things. Like I can't do YouTube shopping. I can't do TikTok shopping because it doesn't support the platform I'm on, and the platform I'm on is not interested. They are not interested in helping. Oh, well, we haven't had that many people ask for it. Oh, well, why don't you just stay in the dark ages then, you know? So, no, I gotta get out of there. But it's gonna take a while, so don't look for a new site real quick. But hopefully within the next year, we'll be done. It's just, it takes time because we have all our other work to do too. Also money that I don't have. But Javi and I will work something out. And Rob. Okay, that's it. So I'm going to do the next row, the last row, and it is
Gold.
the gold one. So I have a black one in the middle. You can, and you know, you can do this however you like. No, I like. Yeah, I said last week. Can you imagine how great this would look if you had a French manicure and wore this? It would look so classy. Of course, I don't get manicures, but I used to. I did for years. And I always got a French manicure. That's just my personal thing. I like either like shell pink or maybe red, but mostly, you know, a white French manicure. With all the white tips on it. Okay, so I think we're done with this. Yay. Yay. I think we might even get it done enough for Laura to take a picture of it and put it on the video. Woohoo! I better get done, huh? I better get done. Some people tell us too that they think our website's too big. Now see,
It's
this
wider.
is off. It's wider on the other side than it is here. What do I do about that?
Because I think you went down past.
Yeah, well, I
On the
have
other
some
side.
ideas. It's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to make that work. So, back to the drawing board.
You need to add just a little bit more epoxy
Yeah.
on that side.
Mhm. Now, if you pull it, stuff like this off, pull it off cleanly so you don't get epoxy sculpt between
The
the little
stones.
stones, because that's not a good look. You don't want that. I'll just be able to mash this down. And then it should be okay. Probably should have bought my ruler out here to measure, to see where. I thought I could
Or even
eyeball it.
calipers,
Yeah,
if you have calipers handy.
ruler would be fine. But either or.
Whatever you have
Whatever you want.
nearby.
Use whatever you want. Okay, now, so if I put it,
Could even maybe use your finger. Like use your knuckle. Like, does it go?
Yeah.
Maybe.
oh, I do that.
If
You know, they say
yeah.
this
Isn't it like
right
an
here-
inch or something?
On almost everybody.
Yeah.
Even people with long fingers, almost everybody, it's an inch. Isn't that weird? Because I have little stumpy fingers, but that's an inch. That bee's an inch. Anybody have more questions? Now's the time to ask. This is looking beautiful. Thank you, Sherry. Oh, you're very kind. I like to sing. Okay, so now I gotta make it coming out, so I got more real estate here. So I think I have to press it. When you press it out, like to stretch it, you can, but you need to be sure that when you do, that you leave enough depth that you could press stuff into it, and it'll stay. Which these aren't, heavy, so should be okay. Should be all right. Okay, I'm gonna do my best. Here's the thing. You guys always get to see what do you do if it doesn't work. Because I usually make mistakes. And I don't, on the lives you can't edit them out anyway. That's it, You screw up, the world's gonna know. But it also gives you an opportunity, this isn't staying. It also gives you an opportunity to show what to do in case there's an issue, which is always good. Now here's the deal, I want to tell you this too. If perchance these would come up like after you're done and it's sticking up and now my epoxy sculpt's all cured, just take a dab of E6000, glue it down. See, this doesn't want to skip, and the reason is it's because it's not thick enough. That's why, but I think I can get the stick for now. And then if it comes loose later, then I will, just glue it down. But if I sold this, I would keep it for a little while and check it to make sure that, I didn't have that going on. Okay, so, this is better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Did you ever mention a release product in case you needed more time to do maneuver the components? Now that's not going to help. The release product's not going to help, Rebecca, because the stuff cures and gets hard, and that's how you attach stuff. Is the epoxy sculpt? You press it right down into the epoxy sculpt. So a release is what you use for like a mold, and you can use like if you want to use epoxy sculpt in a mold, you can. But if you use a silicone mold, you will not have to, because it will not stick. This like I'm working on silicone. This won't stick. If I leave it on here overnight, it might be a little, want to stay, but it'll come off. Yeah. So, so you can use silicone molds, and if you're afraid it won't, I don't know. There are different people say different things. I'd have to look it up again. What it is, cornstarch, I think is one. But I never use them. I've never had to, so I'm not the best person to tell you that. Let me see if this piece is going to be long enough. Yes, it is. Then we're going to be almost done, because putting little stars on is easy. Chatons. if you're putting the full chance in more. Oh, yeah, chitons will stick. So long as this is deep enough now. I got this kind of thin, so chitons would probably not be your best bet. Flatbacks would be.
Yeah, unless
Flatbacks
if
will
they're not-
always work.
If the
They
point
will
back,
always
it
work.
needs to be thicker.
Yeah.
And then you got to be careful that you don't push it down too far either.
Right. Because that's hard to fix. But like, one or two of these might be a little loose on the end. Once it cures, no problem. I just get it. E6000 covers a multitude of sins also. Alrighty. I think, well, it's not quite even, but I see why now. It's because of this. I went over a little bit too far when I started to put this stuff on last time. So keep that in mind. When you put your center stone on, remember you're going to have stuff on the side. So you want to be sure that you're going to have room to do it equally. Now, I don't care so much because I'm keeping this. But if I was making it to sell, yeah, it wouldn't matter, you know. So I pressed the stamping into as opposed to clean it because I pressed it into where I didn't want to come loose. Well, yeah, you have to push the Apoxie Sculpt into a silicone mold. You know, Apoxie Sculpt sticks to glue to metal. That's what we're doing right here. So you can't do that. That doesn't work. Have to use a silicone mold if you're going to do that. Okay, now, but one little piece I wanted is not here. So I have to go here and dig for it. Here, find it some.
If we're out of anything, I usually write to her.
Okay, this will be plenty. Okay, so you see how it goes? Yeah, Rebecca, just remember, that doesn't work. You got to push your clay down into a mold. So like, if you want to make a mold, and I have videos about this, just in the search box for this channel, put in making a mold, they'll come up. But you need to get, I use Amazing Mold Putty. I'm out of stock on it right now, but I'm going to get it next time. You just take a blob of it, like I say, I'm taking a blob of Apoxie Sculpt, but this will be the Amazing Mold Putty, okay? Then I would push the stamping down into that and let it sit for a little while. And then when it starts to cure, I can take the stamping out. Not on Apoxie Sculpt, on the mold putty, because why? The mold putty is silicone, so it's not going to stay. So you'll be good. You are welcome, Carol. So now see, this is starting to cure. So take a look. I'm probably going to use, ouch. Don't get the point into your skin like I just did. I have done that a number of times and it's not fun. Just saying. So, yep, you could do that. Like Annalise said, on hat pins. Put something on. You can use it like a glue. Say that you have a type of a finding that you want to put on the top of a hat pin. You can use Apoxie Sculpt to stick it on, and you'll get a better bond than you would if you used E6000. It's really good for when you need a little depth in whatever it is you're making. See, right there, I didn't get enough on there, so that's going to be a problem. Okay, so now I got this row. Right here, I'm going to have to take a little piece and put it on because I'm not going to be able to stick it. This is really starting to set up. How long have we been on here? Well, we've been on here about an hour, so there you go. And about an hour. I don't know if I can even make a bead out of this. And the reason is it sets up really good for me because I always use more of the hardener. More of the hardener than I do of the other. So I just need a little tiny piece. Little teeny tiny piece. So yeah, if you don't have any Apoxie Sculpt yet, I know a lot of you do because a lot of you got the kit, but if you don't have any, or you bought some 3 years ago when I did the class, because it was 3 years, I checked, you might want to get some. We have the cheapest price currently of anywhere for Apoxie Sculpt, and that's because I didn't raise it. I need to, but I didn't raise it yet, and I'm not going to right now. And then you can get discounts because of you can get discounts with the 10-0. You can get 20% off if you have 50 with 20 off 50, and then 25 off 100. If you have 100 in your card, it'll take 25% off, and that's nothing to sniff at. So you could go get your Apoxie Sculpt and really make out like a bandit. You get yourself a pointy tool, all the little embellishments. We have packages of these things now. I had some come in, so that's good. So I'm just, I'm just doing it. I'm just staggering it the same way I did on the other site. We'll stick on stone like an amethyst point. It should. It really should. You could maybe take a small one or a cheap one, that's of the inexpensive amethyst, and stick it. But I think you're fine. I know they put polymer clay on it, but if you did, and that works. But if you did it, you'd have to take it off once it cured and glue it back on, so that it would cure to the right size.
Here's the codes, guys,
Oh.
for this week. Do you want to take a quick screenshot? I'll have it off to the side so you can still see BC.
And it's also in the newsletter, which just came out this morning.
That's what I got.
And it's on the site in the pink sliding bar. So
Well, there you go.
Codes are very available. And these codes, in case you are watching this little program after the fact, maybe a couple weeks down the line, those codes are going to be until what's the word? Indefinite future, whatever it's going to be, for a while. They're going to be. I don't know when they're going to come down. They will eventually, but they'll be there for probably at least a couple weeks.
So take advantage while you
Yeah.
can.
Because I got it also in the newsletter if you happen to see it and you read it. So here it is. Can you make it show? Oh, see, I turn it.
It's
I
showing.
keep turning it to there so you can see it. So it's not perfect, but it's okay. I will wear it. But I also know what to do. Like next time, this little snake came over too far, so it pushed all these out.
And you went down
And then
further.
it threw the whole thing off. So you got to get everything pretty much the same size. I want to look inside and see if I have overlap, and I do. A good bit of it actually. And this is going to stick on here, so I got to get it off now. And then I can clean up any residue it leaves. I can do that. That'll work. But yeah, Rebecca, Apoxie Sculpt sticks to metal really, really well. So no, you don't want to do that. Here's the thing with handmade things. Most of the time you're going to look handmade. Especially handmade jewelry. It has the maker's hand. Especially if you're using mixed media product. The piece is beautiful. Show us the jewelry you're wearing. Oh, okay. I will. I've showed it before, but maybe you didn't see those, Rebecca. So I will show you. Okay, now, so when this cures, I'll just take my handy dandy, this stuff, and get it off. I bought that in a Rite Aid store. Of course, we don't have a Rite Aid store anymore. They closed them all in this part of Ohio, and I'm really sad.
Yeah, we are too.
That's
where I got my prescriptions.
I am really, really sad because this little town counted on that. Don't forget to mention your other paid workshops on the site. I just got the assemblage one, but I need to find. Oh, well, you need to tell Jordan. If you bought that, Carol, and you didn't get it yet, you need to tell him or send me a private email or message on Messenger and say, hey, I need the URL for this assemblage class, because you don't get that automatically. We have to get it for you. But it's no problem. I can get it for you. Yeah, we have quite a few of our classes are saved.
And kits too.
Yeah,
that you can buy.
And they're, those you do have to pay them for, but I've reduced all the prices because I've had them for a while, And this was in one of the let's see, I had a mosaic kit. That's 3 years ago. But it's time now that I can go ahead and show it to people. Hey, I didn't bring my wipes out. Would you go into the bathroom, and on that corner shelf, there are like 4 or 5 packages of coconut wipes. And bring me one. Okay. She comes in handy, people, I'll tell you what. So yeah, I'm liking this. I will totally wear this. But I think I'm gonna do a little bit of a dusting over top. I've got my nice, I have gold, but I don't think I want gold. I don't want, this might be it. Pewter, that would be a silver color. I hope it's not dark. I don't remember. Now, if you guys want to use Pearl-Ex, this is Pearl-Ex. It doesn't work. Not so good. It won't stay. The reason why Perfect Pearls is so cool on things, especially on clay, whether it's polymer clay or Apoxie Sculpt, is because it has a resin binder, and Apoxie Sculpt is also resin. So, there you go. And it will work on the clay too, but it really works on Apoxie Sculpt. You don't even have to seal it, which is really way cool. Okay, so this is green, I think. I don't know if I want that. Oh, thank you. I want to get some of this cack off my hands. Cack. My father-in-law had that term. He always called stuff cack.
That's what I knew from Lois.
Yeah, cacophonous. He had all kinds of makeup words. Yeah, he was very special. Yes, I have a workshop on Haskell. The Haskell class is on there. It costs a little more. The last workshop that we did with the big effusive, the butterfly necklace and the waterfall and all that, that's on there. You can purchase it. The scrapbook jewelry class is on there. The storytelling jewelry class is on there. There are a few different ones, and some of them aren't long. But I love the scrapbook jewelry class because you work with paper, and you don't think to, we have quite a lot of paper. We have tissue decoupage.
Is that the one where you made the beads with the lace and everything?
No, that's not it.
What?
Oh, that was Uptown Boho is the name of that one.
Yeah,
we made jewelry with lace and silk flowers and things, so that was something different too.
Mm-hmm.
And I really would like to do a video just for, not for money, but just for on here, of what do I say? Oh, I want to do a cuff. A lot of people have cuffs up, but I don't really care for the way they approach it, so I don't know. I've got to see if I can get mine on. Let's just see. I have to have enough stuff to make a kit. Okay, so if I use pewter, this is good. This is here.
It's time for applying the mica, Maria.
What she said?
No, I'm just telling her because she's the one that asked earlier. I believe.
The what?
She asked when do you apply the mica, and you had said that
oh,
it
yes.
wasn't the time.
Oh, Maria! Now is the time to put the mic on. We have all the design work done. Don't worry about the cleanup on the back not being done. It has nothing to do with this. Okay, so I'm going to do the mica powder now. What I do usually, not always because I'm
do
done.
a little tap, tap,
You
tap.
want to take and get a little bit out into the cap, because if you just put your brush down it, don't do that. Maybe a little spoon would be good. A little goes a long way, let me tell you. If you buy this stuff, you'll be using it for a while. Okay, here, I'm going to just use this.
This little mini
I don't even
need
need that much, but anyway. Okay. So I don't want to get a lot on this because I don't want it to go real dark gray. I just want real pale, like on here.
Mm-hmm. Just like a little shimmer.
Yeah, just a little shimmer. Just a little something, something. See that, Maria? So easy. Just need a brush and your perfect pearls, which is this stuff.
And it'll stick.
And
so
we have lots of it at the website. We always do.
Once you have the color that you want and enough of it, then you can just very lightly wipe off the excess.
Perfect Pearls is a Ranger product. And one thing I like about Ranger products, it makes them very unique. They are made in the United States. Did you know that? They are made in all the Ranger parts are made in the United States. Or most of them anyway. Most mixed media product is made in China. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because I don't have a problem with that, that's for sure. But as long as it's good, you know. But it's nice when you find a company in the United States that's still working, because a lot of them are. There aren't a lot of supplies that I can buy in the United States anymore. I can get them through distributors, but they came from China or Korea or India anyway. So if I can source it myself, I get a better deal. So I can't always. So yes, Millie.
You like it, Mel?
Okay, so now I've got it kind of gray. It's not real white. I kind of done it to it, but it looks very shimmery, silvery. I like it. Here, can you push that so they can see it?
Mm-hmm.
See? Just a little something, something over the white. Now you can't see the flaws and stuff now. If I wanted to get some in here, I should have done it when this is wet. I still could. I could get clear embossing ink, put that down first, then put it on. But it might glom and clump up. I tend to think it would. So I would probably not attempt that. Yeah, I could get on here.
On the edge.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is still wet, so it'll go on. That'll help the camouflage it not being straight across like I wanted it. Mica powder, people. Mica powder. Okay. All right. So now show. You're very good at showing that.
Carrie wants to know if the winter assemblage class has a kit.
None of them have a kit. Now, the kits were sold a long time ago. The winter assemblage, oh, that one. Oh, Carrie, that was a booger. We had 3 huge products that had a bazillion beads in them, and I had to count them. That took me so long to make. But if I had the stuff that I could do it for you, I would. But I don't. So, but you get, bead counts and stuff, shows you how to do it so you can get your own. I mean, it's not like I used a bunch of stuff you can't buy anywhere. You can't. A lot of it we have. Not all of it, but a lot we do. Trying to get all this stuff up. So anyway, there we go. We got it. We got it. Yeah, baby, we got it. Anybody remember that song? You have to be pretty old. It was on the internet. They showed a picture, happy birthday, Grace Slick. And I thought, she was a cool chick. And she is 84 and she is old. She looks like she still has a lot of spunk, but she is like, I didn't recognize her as being Grace Slick at all. You don't even know who that is.
Who?
Grace Slick. Jefferson Airplane. Late 60s, early 70s.
No cheats. No.
Jordan, do you know Jefferson Airplane songs?
Jordan,
Did he leave?
saw you on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone. I can't ask him now.
No, I don't think he's in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Do you know Jefferson Airplane?
Yes, I do.
Do you know some songs to tell them about?
Well, my favorite song is Lather because it's a B-side and it's goofy.
I don't know that at all.
Well, most people don't, but anybody who knows the Jefferson Airplane will know that song.
Jordan is an old soul musically. What's their famous songs?
Well,
But they might not.
Don't You Want Somebody to Love? Is
Don't you
Yeah.
want somebody to love?
and White Rabbit, of course.
White Rabbit, which is a
But,
drug song.
But yeah, those are some of my favorite. If you get their greatest hits album,
You'll see them. Yeah, I was telling them. I saw a picture of Grace Slick. Somebody took a
Yeah.
picture for her birthday.
yeah,
She's 84.
84.
You
Wow.
would never know that was Grace Slick. She was somebody's really old great grandma.
She can still sing.
I imagine she can't. Oh, look at this. This got dinged up in here.
Jefferson Airplane eventually became Jefferson Starship.
Yep.
Jefferson Starship became Oingo Boingo.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
There's my other half, you guys.
Hey, everybody.
My son.
Good to see you.
My son, my only one.
Our customer service rep.
Yeah, he sure is. It looks lovely, lovely. Hey, Deborah. Hi. How you doing?
Which Deborah is that?
Pat Porton's here too. Woohoo.
Phillips.
Oh, wow.
Pat, you know Jefferson Airplane Starship stuff. Were they at Woodstock, Pat?
Oh, yeah.
Pat was at Woodstock. She's got stories.
They were at another venue, and they actually paid Hell's Angels to do the security for the event.
That's Altamont with the
Oh,
Rolling
yeah,
Stones.
yeah,
and
and,
the guy got killed.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, and the guitar player for Jefferson Airplane, I forget his name, he lost one of his teeth. in that
Oh,
event.
that's lovely.
Yeah, not cool.
You know, so this chipped inside. See, what I'm going to do then is I'll take a little bit of embossing ink and some Perfect Pearls and go over that, and maybe I'll seal it because it cracked. Probably because I wear it a lot.
Not to
Yeah.
interrupt, but you're never going to believe what I'm doing today.
What?
I'm training my father-in-law to pull orders.
Is
My
he here?
dad.
Yeah.
Jet's here. You're teaching him to do
My
it.
Yes, he is.
daddy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's teaching Jet to do some stuff here to help us
Just
out.
to help out a little bit.
That's really sweet.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. Yeah, this is way too hard. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do anything. with it.
Anything I can get you, Miss Bisou? Any
Should we have
coffee,
you try
any
on the
water?
cuff?
No.
No, I have something to drink right here.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to get back to the training.
Annalise says
Nice,
hi.
nice to see everybody.
Yeah.
She says it. Hi,
Oh,
Annalise.
Millie was here. Annalise says hi.
Yeah.
Tell
she says
Annalise
hi to
says-
you.
I always
You
like
tell
that
her
name.
say hi.
Annalise.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Heidi says hi.
Heidi. Who else we
Heidi.
got?
Yep.
Heidi, how are ya? Hi, Heidi. That was a commercial for a doll.
Remember when we used to have the event at the
Back
Dutch
in the
House?
60s.
We used to pick them all up at the airport.
Oh,
Oh, those were good times.
those were the days.
Yeah, yeah.
Those were
I'm going to
the
skedaddle.
good
I'll get it back.
times.
Nice
Oh,
seeing everybody.
I just smeared it all over my counter. Nice. Nice. Well, it'll come on. I think we got it, guys. This is pretty sweet.
So then the
You know what?
last
I
step
might
would
just
be-
take it and put it on.
So the last step would be just painting those end pieces.
Yeah, I gotta paint the end pieces with something. Maybe I will make a paint from the Perfect Pearls.
Or
and
you could
paint it.
even do
And use this color.
like tissue paper if you wanted to, right?
Oh yeah, you could tissue decoupage it, but no problem. Not gonna hurt a thing. Now I gotta move this to put it on, but that won't hurt because it's still wet. Okay, here it is. What do you think? See, I'm gonna have to go ahead and get a French
Manicure.
manicure. Yeah.
They do the press-ons.
Yeah, you know, Kiss
Some
brands.
Some
Kiss
don't even
brand
have
are
glue. They're just
They're dirt cheap, and they look like the best fill I ever had.
But some of them, like, they don't even use glue anymore. They have, like, the adhesive on the nail, and you just literally, like, press them and hold them, and
And
you're
how
done.
many days does that last?
It lasts up to about a week.
Really?
Depending, yeah, on how
Shelly
the
used to wear
adhesive
them all the
is.
time.
But that glue is so annoying. And
Oh,
you
it ruins,
yeah,
it
no, they
ruins your
have-
nails. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah, they have ones that just have
It
adhesive
ruins
on the
your
nail, and you
nails.
just press
It
them
will
down.
ruin your nails.
I do acrylic. I'm bad.
I hope Pat didn't go away. I want her to tell me if Jefferson Airplane was at Woodstock. I bet they were. Okay, when you saw me rubbing this, I just wanted to get
The
residue
mica off of it.
Yeah, but that's pretty nice, I think. I will definitely wear it. Well, you are welcome, Annalise. Thank you for coming. It was a pleasure. I'm going to show you guys one last thing because somebody asked me earlier and I didn't address it yet. I think I showed it to you last week, and Dara and I were talking, And she says, oh yeah, you did a video on it because I made one of those back in 2022. So it must be somewhere around there. But yes, let me take it off. This is one of my favorite pieces of jewelry. I think I showed it to you. Probably.
Oh, because you showed us last week. We made that bead out of the
Yeah.
extra epoxy.
This one is a combination of wire working techniques and then an epoxy sculpt bead. Now, if you had a big enough bead of any kind, you could use it.
Sorry,
It could be your spinner. But I love making the embellished beads that look like the Indonesian style beads out of Apoxie Sculpt. It's easy, it's relaxing, and so this was one I saved.
And that's purely made out of epoxy, guys.
Yeah, this Apoxie Sculpt. It's got
Which we talked
bead
about last
cores
week.
on the end. And then I did coils and I wrapped it.
And then
And
the
then I
epoxy
yeah.
beads on top.
Then I wrapped it up the sides, most of it, not all.
Yeah, I
of it.
think we should-
know it's wrapped.
I think we showed it last week, briefly,
Yeah.
too. But yeah,
I
these,
think so too.
these are epoxy beads as well.
This one is.
These ones.
This one's a epoxy bead.
Both of these are.
It's really kind of random. You know how I do everything. I do everything random. Heidi says, I'm doing good, just super busy. Our oldest son got married a couple of weeks ago, and now the vendor shows and festivals are in full swing. Hope all's well with you. I miss the vendor shows and festivals. I can't do them anymore. I've not been able to do them for many years, but I miss them. I miss them very much. Glad you're able to do them. I hope they do good for you. You'll have to tell us. We inquiring minds want to know, did Heidi's festivals go good? She do. So anyway, yeah. So there are little doodads. There's rhinestone chain. Plus, I have an order that's about ready to go in, and it comes like FedEx in like 5 days. So probably late next week I'll have it, or the following week early.
She said, I saw, yes.
Yeah, she did. So they were there. So you saw the real deal, didn't you, girl? Oh, yeah. Pat, didn't you tell me that you got on TV or something, or in the newspaper, too? They got your picture. You were just there washing your feet off. Because that place was muddy. I didn't get to go, but my husband was on his way. He was gone. And then he heard about how many people were there, and he said, no, I don't think I'll do it. Which is probably bad. I didn't know then. So, and then these, of course, are my stretchy stacks, which you guys have seen me make. I love this one, so I didn't sell. But you know what? They're loose, so I may end up having to restring them sometime. Or maybe I just made them too loose. It was a fab peace movement. Yeah, they said everybody behaved at that. They couldn't believe it, but there was never a festival since where people behaved like that. Everybody treated each other good. Nobody stole anything. Nobody got in a fight. At least not many. Okay. Yeah, I would love to hear more of Pat's stories about Woodstock. You should write them all down. You probably did. It'd be great. My experience at Woodstock by Pat Pardon. Everybody buy it. They want to know. Pretty. Yep. I like these. They are getting loose. Yeah. Oh, she's taking the picture now. This is going to go on the thumbnail.
I'm going to try. Yeah.
So we had our first festival last week, and it was fantastic. Tons of people, and was triple. I says, wow, that is a good sign. So you see, I'm being told for my website and stuff that it's the economy. No, it isn't. It is not the economy. I think mostly it's because I have a very, very loyal customer base. They've been with me a long time, and they have the stuff already. So I need to find new people, because I don't think we do too well in our Etsy for me to believe that. So now Heidi confirmed it. So yeah, keep on trucking, guys. It's going to be fine. Do the work and it'll come to you. We're going to have to do a lot of work. Anyway, love. So anyway, I think I'll take off. I think I'll get on the yellow taxi. Get on the big big yellow taxi. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna take off and go. Now what are you doing?
Putting it back on you.
Oh, picture of me.
Great thumbnail.
Just sort of a country song. A picture of me without you. You guys remember that? Yeah. Okay. I'm leaving you, but only here. I'm still here. You can call me if you want. It was lovely having you for the Epoxy Sculpt class. This by no means means we'll never have an Epoxy Sculpt project again. We will. But for now, we're probably going to move on to something else. I got some ideas. So anyway, be with us this next week. I think next week will be live yet. So if you want to get with us live, come next week. And then after that, we're going to have to do the shorter ones and all that. And then Lauren will be doing lots of shorts.
I'll be continuing with the reels.
Yes. Okay, love you very much.